Hello and welcome to this week's edition of CTN Community Update. An overpass at the railroad tracks on Hansen Boulevard will likely become a reality following action by the state legislature late this week. It took them an extra 3 days, but lawmakers finally passed a $46 billion budget early Friday morning, including a bonding package that earmarks $12.6 million for the Hansen overpass. The city and county are covering the other 50% of the project's cost. Coon Rapids Fire Chief John Piper, who spent years leading the charge to secure state funding, says he's relieved it's finally passed.
You know, the grade separation is a huge improvement to the city from a variety of aspects. One would be public safety response time. In other words, we can get there quicker. Our response times are slowed down when the trains are blocking us. Another big thing is safety. When you have 81 trains a day and all the auto, pedestrian, bicycle traffic that crosses the tracks there, it's a real safety issue.
Piper says the overpass will also alleviate delays for motorists who currently get stuck at the tracks for an average of 6 to 8 minutes when trains are passing through. The governor still needs to sign the bonding bill. Once that happens, preliminary work can begin. Construction would start next year with completion by the end of 2018 or in early 2019. Click it or ticket. That's a message from law enforcement agencies across the state taking part in a seatbelt crackdown that started this week. Through June 4th, officers will be out in full force looking for motorists who are not buckled up. Last year, 79 unbelted motorists died in crashes on Minnesota roads. State law requires all drivers and passengers to be properly restrained at all times. The City Council has approved a joint powers agreement with Anoka County for the reconstruction of Main Street near the Coon Rapids-Anoka border. The project involves a widening of Main Street between 7th Avenue and Wedgwood Drive to include a two-way left turn lane down the middle of the road. Also, Main Street will be resurfaced between 7th Avenue and Round Lake Boulevard. According to the agreement, the city is responsible for $60,000 of the $1.4 million cost. The work is expected to start in August and be finished sometime in November. New street lighting is coming to 2 different areas of the city. Last week, the City Council accepted the plans and authorized the bidding process for the LED conversion project. Main Street in the Riverdale area is one spot that will see the new lighting. The current lantern-style high-pressure sodium fixtures are failing and don't put out enough light. The other spot that will get the new LED streetlights is on Coon Rapids Boulevard between Flintwood Street and Highway 47. The work will take place this fall. The Coon Rapids Teen Center, which has been housed at the Riverwind Park building for many years now, is closing its doors for good. As of June 1st, the Teen Center will no longer be in operation. Instead, the city is partnering with Youth First Community of Promise to offer programming for kids in the area. This summer, interested youth will be bused from Coon Rapids Middle School to the Youth First facility in Ramsey 3 days a week to take part in the program, which is free, including lunch and snacks. And starting in the fall, teen activities will take place at both Coon Rapids Middle School and Coon Rapids High School.
The hope with the new program is to really identify kids in the school district that need a program like this. They might not necessarily be fitting in with after-school programs. They might not be fitting in with other activities. They might not have something to do after school, or they might be coming from an economic or social background that just tends to lead them that they need a little bit of assistance and support and mentorship.
City officials say the Teen Center at Riverwind only attracted a handful of regulars and was not convenient for students. Also, the space that currently houses the Teen Center is expected to be torn down when Riverwind Park undergoes a major renovation project next year. Well, it is Emergency Medical Services Week, and Mercy Hospital used food to say thanks to first responders this week. The hospital held 2 picnics on the Unity campus on Wednesday, one during the lunchtime and the other over the dinner hour. They invited local police officers, firefighters, and paramedics out to grab a bite to eat. Nearly 1 in 5 patients who are treated in the emergency room on the Unity campus are brought in by first responders.
We're celebrating with them that we're here to serve you. We have an emergency room full of board-certified emergency physicians and highly skilled registered nurses who are specially trained to care for not only them, but our entire community.
The Mercy Hospital Unity Campus is a full-service emergency center that treats patients of all ages. And with summer approaching, hospital officials say they are entering their busiest time of the year. After more than 3 decades on the Coon Rapids Police Force, a well-known officer retired this week. Pat Carlson spent his career helping to make the city a safer place, but it's his work with local school children that won't soon be forgotten. CTN's Jordan Rylance has the story.
I feel like it's time to go. It's not that I want to go, it's just time to go. It's time to move on and kind of pass the baton.
Detective Pat Carlson grew up just a few blocks away from Coon Rapids Middle School. And now, after spending 19 years in the school as a liaison officer and over 30 years on the force, he's turning in his badge.
I'm as excited about my job as I was when I started.
Hey guys. He really has invested a lot, and it's not just coming in the front door and taking on whatever the administration may give him or what he sees. It's really about doing the right thing for kids and going deep in the community so that he can change the lives of our students and support our staff.
Carlson was instrumental in the DARE program in Coon Rapids schools, a program that still has a special place in his heart.
First kids I taught DARE to are 37 years old, and I get calls from them. Want me to come talk to their kid.
When you talk to Carlson, he talks about his time as a patrol officer, a DARE educator, and a detective. But there is one job that is harder to say goodbye to than all the others.
How hard is it going to be to say goodbye to these kids?
Yeah. Hard. You see kids in so many different circumstances. And regardless of the circumstance, you go, that's still a kid in there.
After over 3 decades, it came time for the final sign-off, surrounded by colleagues, friends, and family.
Be safe, my law enforcement brothers and sisters. I'll always have your back.
He's been very in-depth with the kids of our town, mentoring them, guiding them, occasionally having to take some corrective action. But he's been deeply involved in our youth. We're truly going to miss him.
With retirement, Carlson plans to focus on a hobby and a little love.
I haven't done a lot of fishing in a long time. I'd like to do more of that. I now have a grandson. I'd like to spend more time with him.
With a contagious smile, Carlson says goodbye with no regrets.
If I was going to start all over again, there's just no other place I'd be. And that's just kudos to our city.
For CTN Community Update, I'm Jordan Rylance.
Carlson says he still plans to be involved in the community through volunteer work at his church and by becoming a member of the Coon Rapids Historical Commission. We certainly wish him the best. That school lunch is going to cost you a little more starting this fall. This week, the Anoka School Board approved a 5-cent increase for the 2017-2018 school year. The increase puts an elementary lunch at $2.40 and lunch at the middle and high school level at $2.55. District officials say the passage of the Healthy Hunger Free Kids Act of 2010 has resulted in increased program and food costs, lower competitive sales, and a legislative mandate to increase meal prices over time. A District 11 student is being honored for her artistic work that is being featured on a reusable bag. Jessica Lundquist, who attends Anoka Regional High School, has been named the winner of the 5th annual Minneapolis Farmers Market Reusable Bag Design Contest. Her winning design features an apple, corn on the cob, broccoli, and a potato in the shape of Minnesota. As the first place winner, Lundquist receives a $1,000 scholarship. The 2 runners-up, who are also District 11 students, each received a $500 scholarship. So congratulations to all of them. That's going to do it for our show this week. Thanks for watching. Have a safe Memorial Day weekend, and we'll see you back here again next week.